What you doing, man? Oh, why you sound annoyed? You said it's hot?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, I'll hit you back. I mean, I might as well go ahead and scroll on Twitter and see what's trending right now, right? What else do y'all want me to say? I told y'all a long time ago. Throw all them niggas in jail and throw away the key.
Let's talk about it.
I want people to have fun. Let's kick back. Let's get into a little tea. Let's not get too crazy, but let's enjoy the sip.
But let's get to the chi-chi, the kiki, the internet bull.
If you want to see extended videos, exclusive content, including story times and more, subscribe to my Patreon. If you want to stay engaged and keep up with my commentary, follow me on Twitter. And if you would like to book a personal reading, you can go to my website, thealigningsouls.com, to schedule you a personal reading today. What's going on, y'all? It's Sky Santana, aka Chi, and we are back for another round of y'all not listening to me. How about that? That's what we're back for. We're back for another round of y'all not listening to me, because I only said it the last 2 years. Now she's young. Now, but she a mother. Now it's really BlueFace. She in an abusive relationship with a narcissist. Once she had a baby and get away from him, she gonna be okay. And y'all beg for this video. Y'all beg for this video. Y'all beg for me to talk about it. So, baby, we're gonna get into it.
Red light, green light, red light, oh. Red light, green light, red light. I don't do yellow, cause it's too mellow. If I don't say hello, you know from the get-go. Red light, green light, red light, oh. Red light, green light, red light, oh. I don't do yellow, cause it's too mellow. If I don't say hello, you know from the get-go.
Child, at this point, I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to start. So we just gonna go on a TikTok search. We just gonna go on a TikTok search because y'all been asking me to talk about Chrisean, and you know what's some MFNBS when it's not even talk about Chrisean and then boom, insert specific topic. It's just like, no, just talk about Chrisean. Just talk about Chrisean. Like Chrisean is the topic. Chrisean is the topic. It's not a thing that happened on a certain day. No, just talk about it all because it's so much ish happening not even every other day. It's happening every other hour. But this y'all hero, this y'all inspiration, this y'all best friend. Ain't that your friend? Ain't that your friend? Child. So we're gonna talk about it. Let's see what we can find, girl. Let's see what we can find up on the channels. Okay. So let's see.
And then then y'all all up on here. Where's Chrisean Jr.? None of your business. There you go. None of your business. Let me tell you where he at. Let me bring him if I want to bring him in the camera. Let me. You don't ask me any questions on here. By my son. And then y'all all up on here. Where's Chrisean Jr.? None of your business.
Not. Because do I think she was being 100% serious in that moment right there? I don't think she was being 100%. I mean, I feel like it was half and half. I feel like half of her was like joking and then half of her was like dead ass. Like, bitch, I'm here asking me where my child at. But then at the same time, she like, I know I can't be too mean because y'all my bread and butter and y'all funding my lifestyle. So like, let me not go all the way in. That's really what it's giving. That is giving those C's. Well, let's keep going. Like I said, we just gonna go through all the TikToks because there's just so much to catch up on. So let's just keep going and see what we can find. Hopefully, it's somebody that's gonna summarize it all. Okay.
It's the fact that when I wake up, it's all about the baby. I swear to God, it's all about the baby. Like, I love it to death, but it's all about the baby. So this scarf right here is my friend, my very, very only best friend. It tucked me in, it hold me at night. It just hold me down. It's the fact that when I wake up.
Okay. Because I have a theory. The more and more that things happen, I have a theory. And we're gonna talk about it. Towards the end of this video, once I get my thoughts on my rants and opinions on everything, then I'll give my real opinion. Because I have my thoughts, and this video definitely solidifies it. But we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going and see what else we can. Let's see if we can adjust this camera angle. Okay? Because girl had me leaning over. Child, let's see if we can keep going and finding more F-ish to watch.
I've been making all of my baby's doctor's appointment in Baltimore. He was booking us a flight back home to LA when he put in Chrisean Jr.
When he put in Chrisean Jr., that motherfucker right there was not real. When he put in Chrisean Jr., that motherfucker back there was not real.
Yeah, he was lying anyway.
It was
all
all
my baby's doctor's appointment in Baltimore. He was booking us a flight back home to LA when he put in Chrisean Jr. He stopped booking our flight and started playing these bitter baby bottles. Yeah, he was lying anyway. He posted his video. And then y'all all up on here. Where's Chrisean Jr.? None of your business.
I'm yours for the summer, wanna.
Oh, I can't play that.
I've been making all of my baby's doctor's appointment in Baltimore. He was booking us a flight back home to LA when he put in Chrisean Jr.
When he put in Chrisean Jr.
These bitter baby bottles. Yeah, he was lying. You lucky my brothers is locked up right now, bro.
You lucky my brothers is locked up right now. You lucky that my brothers is locked up. You lucky that my brother's locked up. You lucky that my cousin that got touched by my sister. I'm sorry, my nephew that got touched by my sister. You lucky that my sister is a child molester, quote unquote, allegedly. Like, you lucky. You lucky my mama ain't got no teeth in her mouth. Okay, you lucky that the other sisters ain't nowhere around and only want to be around when the cameras is rolling. Okay, but any other time when I'm out crying my eyes out on the internet and I really need a friend, I really need a woman, I really need some guidance that they ain't around. You lucky. Because if these people was around, if I truly had my village, you would be fucked up right now. So just be lucky. Just be lucky. And let's get to this bag together.
It's the fact that when I wake up, get the what? First of all, my baby is healthy. They would have told me if he had symptoms. He's healthy, bro. Just because that picture wasn't that cute doesn't mean I could diagnose my baby on the internet. That shit is wild. Come on, my baby crying. Get the what? First of all, my baby.
I'm really acting stupid. Yeah, I went to jail over that bitch. 2019 to be exact. All of y'all motherfuckers that's been locked in, that's been like the only reason she over there is because
so everybody's slow. Everybody's slow and everybody's talking with a deficiency. Got it.
I pushed her over there. Like let's be clear. It's not no BlueFace took your bitch or none of that. Like, come on, bro. Like, y'all really be losing y'all motherfucking mind out this bitch.
Was anybody dying to hit his side? I just want to know.
Please.
Son.
Please.
Son. Have I ever watched you for more than 24 hours?
No.
Who's gonna watch the baby? Me? She says you.
I gotta do the same thing for this baby right here, and I'm gonna need you to shut the fuck up talking about my baby. I'm gonna need you to shut the fuck up and just love John and stay out of this because this is our family.
Who's gonna watch the baby? Already I said it.
Celebrities have always been in the mix for something outrageous, but after the stunt that BlueFace and Chrisean Rock pulled today, I'd say they need to be banned from using the internet and taken to jail immediately. As BlueFace took to Twitter to expose his own son's personal pictures, the explicit pictures that BlueFace leaked caught the attention of the internet so fast, demanding them to be locked up and have their kids taken from them for life. But what exactly caused BlueFace to leak his own son's pictures? This whole internet drama started when BlueFace took to Twitter to air out their relationship problems, pointing out the wrong that Chrisean has been doing by not being there for her family, saying, "I don't care about Chrisean's feelings, my son is hurting every day and she's acting like she's not a part of the problem." He continues to tweet about his newborn son that is only 2 weeks old, letting fans know about his medical issues in his nether region. He said, "Baby still ain't had surgery for his hernia. She lying talking about he's healthy."
Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? So look, I'm not hiding. This over here telling everybody business. So Junior did not get surgery. So I don't know what he's talking about. Talking about, oh, the baby had to get surgery. He do need surgery, but he didn't have surgery. He needs surgery for his hernia because his daddy want to talk all this bull. So we're gonna clear it up. He didn't get surgery yet, and yes, he has to get surgery for hernia. Please.
Son.
Please.
Son. What? Have I ever watched you for more than 24 hours?
No.
He doesn't have a it's because the hernia in his so big, and she's steady on here talking about me and my fix our son's. In the video, she goes on to tell everyone that the reason BlueFace even went on a he doesn't have a is because the hernia in his so big, and she's steady on here talking about me and my fix our son's first, then go find somebody else to ride. He continued to put Chrisean in the hot chair, saying, "You had a baby on live, but you mad about the truth being live." This was still the beginning of the story, as BlueFace still continued to air out Chrisean's business and exposed her for being a terrible mother. He added more fuel to the fire, saying, "Cat's out the bag. Chrisean has been a mom for 2 weeks, and she's focused on being outside instead of her son's surgery and hernia." But after this tweet, things ended up taking a strange twist, shocking the internet. Fans did not approve of this back and forth, saying this was taking things too far. Some fans even went as far as saying they wanted the troubled couple to be locked up and put to jail for their actions, specifically for BlueFace posting and exposing his own 2-week-old baby's medical problem on the internet. BlueFace got so much backlash for the outrageous tweet, he ended up saying, "It's my son. I'll post his if I want to. Who's gonna tell me not to? Squabble up or shut up?" This was definitely an unexpected response, but what was Chrisean's reaction to BlueFace leaking their son's explicit picture? Well, when Chrisean woke up and saw everything that was going down, she wasted no time going onto the internet and addressing the situation, shedding light on her true feelings and thoughts. She said in a devastated tone,
"You're doing weirdo shit. You're doing shit. You don't get it. I don't stand for it. You need to go to hell today. You need to go to jail today. I should have called the cops right now. I just don't want that karma. Shouldn't I call the cops?"
I think you should report that because that is.
"It's okay. Chrisean Jr. and I will get through this." will come out untouched or broken in the end. Who posts their sons for clout? Yo, this hurts so bad. So you happy to post our own son's penis? Like, bro, is this legal? As a mother, do I call this in? What the
But why are you sitting up on them? And then I text him like, what's up? Right? What we doing? Why are you online talking about his hernias for clout? He like, you're not my BM. Like, he's being bitter. So personally, I don't know what to do with as a baby father that's quick to, and then you think I'm trolling with little baby because what I'm tweeting. I don't have nothing to do with nothing. Leave me the alone. I don't even know. Like, first of all, I did the video. That should have been good enough. You want to keep going with the shit.
Yeah, she wasn't too happy about what was going on and was clearly heartbroken by what BlueFace not only said, but what he also posted about their 2-week-old son. Chrisean continued in a series of tweets stating, Blue, you canceled, been canceled a long time ago, and Crazy didn't even know you posted our son's on social media. Whoa, this man knows how to hurt me, bro. I got nothing else to say. Blue, this ain't your kid anymore. Blue, I got nothing but love for this tragic situation. But of course, this was not enough for Chrisean, so she ended up going on an Instagram live to vent out her frustration in the hopes to find some type of answer as to why BlueFace would leak these pictures of their son on social media.
Because at first I'm like, all right, you want to do all this? You try. I just can't. I just can't with this. He's weird. He's weird as shit. And then it's like he the fact that the baby name is Chrisean. So he like personally take it out on the baby. That's why I'm like, well, f you all together. We don't need you. I gave him a key to my house. He have access to the crib. Oh, he's scared to walk in. All that. Like, he act weird. Like, since I got my own shit, he kind of like he does female shit. Like, just because we didn't get this house together, he will never walk in this bitch. That's cool, but you online talking about your baby. Oh, he needed me. No, we didn't. You did that just so you could talk online about it. What are you talking about? You wasn't so concerned about his damn hernia. When you came to Baltimore, you was concerned about putting out that damn song. Let's talk about that. Didn't you put out that song?
And I just want to point out the fact. That she's supposed to be at home, breastfeed, doing whatever she's supposed to be doing with her baby. She's dripped out in diamonds. Inside of her newly purchased $2 million home that her name is on. But okay, let's keep going.
In the video, she goes on to tell everyone that the reason BlueFace even went on a rant on Twitter was because of some disagreements they had about her not wanting to sign to the record label MILF Music, which is owned by BlueFace. Also for her not wanting to change her newborn baby's first name to Jonathan, which is BlueFace's legal name, and because she didn't change her checks back to Blue's name, that are coming from Zeus Network, a streaming service for their show Crazy in Love. The two of them being called crazy is definitely an understatement after this scandal, because whether or not this is truly the reason, there was no need for the son to be thrown in the crossfire. After Chrisean took to social media and really exposed what was going on behind the scenes between her and BlueFace. BlueFace immediately deleted any post he made about his son and was banned from Twitter for a short period of time. But when his account was officially unbanned, he put out a response saying, "My phone was stolen yesterday. I just got a new one, guys. I'm back. My Twitter was hacked." Fans did not let this slide though, as they commented saying he did that. And yeah, the Henny stole his phone. Since then, BlueFace has not put out any other statements. There has been nothing but silent from the rapper as he waits till everything dies down and people forget about it. This leaves concerned fans in the dark as to why BlueFace even posted these revealing pictures of his own newborn son. While in our opinion, it's merely another form of them maintaining their relevance and shows promotion, as they've been undeniably thriving when it comes down to trending over controversial issues between each other. Just when you thought things couldn't get any worse either, Chrisean went on another Instagram live and exposed BlueFace for being gay and called him the P word for having his other son's explicit picture in his own phone. Overall, this entire situation has left everyone in shock and has even left them to consider if BlueFace and Chrisean are even fit to raise their own children due to the fact that both of them seem to neglect them. The reason I say this is because if Chrisean didn't take the kids to get checked up for his medical issues, why couldn't BlueFace do it himself? And if Chrisean really cared about her son's problem, why is she going to the studio to make a song about BlueFace right after the incident about her child? Parents don't usually go to the studio to diss their significant other right after being a part of an incident such as this. Not only did that happen, but a recent Instagram live video of Chrisean Rock taking her child to the hospital surfaced online. In this video, she's talking to the doctor and is told that her appointment was for another day and that she had missed it. So what would any normal person do? Well, set another appointment for another day, right? But Chrisean did the exact opposite and started bashing BlueFace for not being there with her. Although she is entirely in the right for being unhappy with BlueFace not being there with her during important medical checkups, we're failing to understand why she is so surprised he's not showing face. I mean, he wasn't even present when she gave birth to his child. Why would he suddenly decide to go to doctor's appointments? Well, he wouldn't, and he won't, as he's made it somewhat clear that his priorities lie elsewhere. Concerned fans also commented their opinions on this situation, saying she missed the appointment but is hollering and screaming online about a picture. Not to mention she was smoking and drinking while pregnant, and if that child has any cognitive or developmental delays due to her actions, it can't be determined at birth but rather through time and testing. Another fan said, truth be told, she's pissed. She's pissed that because of her having a baby, it no longer means that BlueFace will be around her 24/7. She neglected getting the baby surgery because she wanted to make sure he was with her. I don't care what anyone says. If the doctors are suggesting surgery for a newborn, something is wrong. Another said, September 7th is literally 2 weeks ago. We're just going into the 3rd week. What the hell could possibly be wrong with the baby? Like, these people vex me so bad. Why bring the baby into so much stupid confusion? I hope God has his way with them. Yeah, fans are extremely heated over this entire ordeal and don't want Chrisean or BlueFace to raise their own kids. But seeing what has happened this past week, who could blame anyone for thinking that? Because we don't know them personally, and only people within their circle know the truth of where they really stand, the public is left only to assume what's really going on in their household. And while most people aren't desperate to know what goes on in their personal lives, it's hard to ignore when they're deliberately feeding it to the public. Their actions, however, are raising many flags. They're blatantly documenting what many consider poor parenting and a toxic relationship. If authorities are already keeping tabs on them, we wouldn't be surprised to soon find out that their children got taken away by Child Protective Services. If all these back and forth disses between each other are by design and willfully calculated for content creation purposes, then their actions would make more sense, as they've proven to be successful at making people talk about them at all costs. In the video, she goes on to tell everyone that the reason BlueFace even...
And I mean, there we have it. So, where do I even start? I guess I'll start with me. Let's go ahead and start with me, right? Let's get into a bit of my backstory, okay? Some of y'all know, some of y'all don't know. But let's go ahead and get into my backstory. So, I started off doing graphic design. Then, matter of fact, I'm not even going to get into all of that. We'll just start with my YouTube journey. My YouTube journey started out in 2015, okay? At the end of, what was it, October, November 2015. And then in 2016, I grew to popularity, did over 72 million views in STORYTIMES, okay? And I'm never going to let y'all forget that, okay? Yeah, I did that for 2016, 2017. Then things got rocky, things got rough. I knew I had to transition and pivot. And, you know, I started off as an entertainment channel. Then it became more of a storytelling channel because the focus was storytelling. And even though it was still dealing with entertainment, I more so was focused on telling stories. So it was less of like entertainment and media and commentary on what I'm doing now. Then it switched over eventually after some point, you know, because I knew I had to pivot. Didn't know for a while what that pivot was going to be. And then in 2019, it kind of hit me like, okay, I need to start doing a spirituality channel, right? Like I spent enough time in that ratchet world. I need to go over to the spiritual side and like kind of focus on that. Like God, spirit, the universe made it very clear that the world was going to need me, okay? And that I needed to heal people and I needed to help people through their trauma. They made it very abundantly clear at the end of 2019. And I kind of had already, not even kind of, I knew that there was a pandemic coming. I knew that it was going to be around for a while, okay? And I was prepping people. I even knew that there was going to be multiple facets of the pandemic, okay? I released a song called Lockdown where I literally explicitly sung to the men of my dreams, and basically telling him like, yo, like, let's get this thing back on track. Let's get it back together, because by the time part 2 of this lockdown comes around, like, I want to be together. Like, I want us to be together, okay? Because the rest of the world is shit, and we're the only ones that seem to be, like, you know, healing and changing. And of course, like, obviously everybody's going through the trauma or whatever, but you understand what I'm saying in the context of the song. I'm like, while the world is under fire and everybody thinks like, oh, you know, like, we're just going to avoid our trauma and we're just going to take these stimulus checks and things are going to be better in a couple of months. We know better, because we're connected to source, we're connected to God, and, you know, we see things, we know things. And so we've taken a chance to heal on our trauma, and now we need to come together and, you know, be the divine couple to help lead the blind. And so, you know, I spent a lot of time on aligning souls. Okay. Started out as Aubrey Souls Harrow. Then it went into becoming, because I rebranded multiple times. I'm no stranger to a rebrand. Hi, if you're new, I have Pluto and Scorpio in my 10th house. Literally, my whole career and life is a rebrand. And so it went from Aubrey Souls Harrow to the Tower Gang to eventually Aligning Souls. And, you know, I did thousands upon thousands of readings for people. And that's personal readings that I'm speaking of. I did thousands of personal readings, one-on-one readings. So yes, book you a alignment session. Okay, book you a reading. Okay, literally the information is on screen and in the description box below. I am offering them for 50% off up until October 1st. Okay, shameless plug. But aside from doing the personal one-on-one readings, I also did, you know, thousands upon thousands of readings that I would post on the channel every single day for the general collective. And I would organize them by either twin flame or divine feminine, divine masculine, or zodiac signs, right? Where people could watch, and they watch by their sun, moon, or rising sign, right? I did all of that up until about 2021, right? Then about around 2021, around spring, I knew that I had to pivot again. And I knew that it was time for me to go back into the entertainment world. And I knew that podcasting would become a thing. I knew that I was supposed to be a part of that world. I knew I was supposed to use my voice in other ways. And I knew I was getting to a place where the school of people that I helped heal from their trauma and whatnot was about to graduate. And at that point, I had did all I could do in that world. Because by that point in time, everybody who needed spiritually awakened had already done so, was healing, was going through the trauma, had found their spiritual guru, their spiritual teacher, their life worker, whatever, to attach to. And I just knew that graduation was coming and it was time for me to pivot again. And I was meant to be back into the media space, but this time around full time versus when I told stories, and then I kind of like dropped it. That took a while before it got off the ground. You know, I did a couple of videos in 2022, whatever. 2023 comes around, and now you guys see me here in full force. And the difference now is that I knew when I left the spiritual channel that it wasn't that I was necessarily leaving the spiritual world. It's just that I was being called back into the media. But at the same time, over the years, I had several downloads and nudges from spirit that I needed to find a way to merge the two, right? Because when I left the storytelling side of YouTube, if you know, there was a whole bunch of drama, a whole bunch of exposing, a whole bunch of just issues. And so I felt like, okay, well, damn, fuck the ratchets. Like, fuck that side. Like, I'm done, because it was traumatic. Then when I left the spiritual world, because I have Pluto Scorpio in my 10th house, when it's time for things to be wrapped up, spirit will let me know in ways that I know. And usually it'll be in ways that affect my money. And when my money gets affected, that is my bottom line. And that is like, okay, something has to be done, because now I can't pay rent. Now I don't know how I'm gonna eat. Now I don't know how my day-to-day life is going to function, right? Especially after not having a family or support system and like literally being on my own. And so I just knew, okay, whenever my money is affected, it's time for me to pivot. And so, needless to say, I ended up getting to a space where not fuck the spiritual world, but like fuck what I was doing, right? Let me get away from that. Like I said, over the next couple of years, I realized like, no, I actually have to own and master both sides of me, right? I have the ratchet side, but I also have the righteous side. Okay. And so that's how we are at the point that we are now in 2023 with this channel, because it's about mixing the ratchet with the righteous, right? It's about mixing the storytelling, like telling the stories about my life and doing the entertainment and all of that, but also mixing the spirituality into it. Because when we sit and we do videos like this, now I'm bringing it full circle, but when we sit and we do videos like this, especially about people like Chrisean, we can kiki all day. We can kiki all day. And I am somebody who, first of all, I have Aries in my third house. If you know anything about Aries, okay, Aries is literally the baby of the zodiac, okay? Fuck January being the first of the year. No. Aries season, April 21st or March 21st, whenever Aries season start, that is truly the beginning of the year. Okay, because Aries is the baby of the zodiac. Literally think of like the spoiled last born child. That is what Aries represents. Okay, fire starter, quick to start, quick to start, quick to finish. You know, spitfire, quick at the mouth, whatever. And so I have Aries in my third house of communication, and so I'm very much a spitfire when I speak. And it's not that I don't always think before I speak, because I definitely think before I speak because I'm a Capricorn rising. Okay, and also a Gemini Mercury. Okay, Mercury rules Gemini, and literally, I'm very gifted at communication, clearly, as I'm explaining all of this the last couple of minutes. But, you know, what I say can be very brash, and it can be very, in your face, right? And so I understand that I may not be for everyone, okay? My mouth is not rated E for everyone. Everybody may not understand what I'm saying. And I understand, you know, I say a lot of things that might be, you know, that maybe a lot of people aren't saying. But all of that, relating this all, because it all relates together, is because during that time of the pandemic, I spent a lot of time helping to heal people, right? Helping to take broken people, okay, and figure out who they are, where they were going, where they come from, but, you know, what their destiny is, what their purpose in life is, you know, how can they get in alignment? You know, if they're dealing with relationships, I help relationships come together. I help relationships fall apart. I help people deal with their codependency issues, their abandonment issues. I help people, you know, detach from their family. I helped white sheeps make it out and escape and have that confidence to be, you know, who it is that they're meant to be. You know what I mean? I've done a lot. And within that time of helping to heal people from their trauma, I realized that every single person in this world, it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter who you are. And I'm not just saying this because I have Sagittarius in my North Node and my 11th house, which makes me a humanitarian. I'm not just saying it because of that. Truly, no matter who you are in this world, no matter how much money you have, no matter what your sexuality is, no matter what your gender is, no matter what your race is, no matter what skin tone you are, does not matter who you are, even down to the money in your bank account. Every single person on this earth deals with trauma. Every single person on this earth deals with trauma that is rooted from the childhood. And it usually stems down to either one of two things. It can either be codependency or it can be abandonment issues, right? And a lot of people only attribute that to love because y'all center dick and y'all, because, you know, of society and human conditioning and the way that the world is set up. And you think like, okay, well, the whole Disney princess syndrome, you know, I have to grow up someday and, you know, be the wife, and I'm going to have a man that comes home with the bacon and I cook it, and we're going to have 2 dogs and 2 kids and a house on the prairie, and I'm just gonna live the suburban life, and traditional man is gonna be my protector and provider. And y'all get set up from childhood. And then the boys also get set up from childhood, because from the second that they pop out, you got bitches running around telling them, ooh, they're gonna be a heartbreaker when they grow up, okay? And instead of teaching your sons, you know, how to deal with rejection, y'all sitting there teaching them how to go out into the world and be a fuck nigga and only place value into money and place value into, you know, tangible materialistic things. You know what I'm saying? It all starts in childhood, right? And so it's not just about love when it comes to codependency issues and abandonment issues. It can manifest in multiple ways. Sure, of course, you can be that girl or that guy who's constantly dating people, who's never single, who has to jump from relationship to relationship because you don't want to be alone. Sure. Codependency can show up in that way. Sure, abandonment issues can show up as you staying in a toxic ass relationship because you're scared to cut it off, because what if you're going to be alone for a couple of years? Sure, we all know about that. But it also manifests in other ways. What about you staying at that job that you know is not paying you any good, that you know is not necessarily for you, that's literally killing you, breaking your back, running up the gas in your car? You know what I mean? Like, where you're spending more money to get there than making the money. Like, that's codependency as well. That's abandonment as well. You know what I mean? Like, what about those friends that you keep around because you've had them for 10 years and you don't want to cut everybody off because you don't want to have to start anew? That is codependency and abandonment issues as well. You know what I'm saying? What about that boss that comes into work and is a tyrant, is a complete bitch to everybody? Why? Because they've never felt that power in their life. Okay, maybe if they tried to boss up at home or whenever they tried to speak up, everybody would shut them down and ignore them, right? And so what is that? Abandonment issues, because they felt alone. They felt like whenever they spoke up, they would alienate people as a child. And so here they are as a grown-up and never having dealing with those issues, because life tells you to just keep going on. Life tells you to shut the fuck up, that emotions you are not supposed to speak about, you're not supposed to show. We wear our pain as a badge of honor. Okay, everybody wants to be a super mom that does it all, but nobody wants to actually come home and sit down in the comfort of their room with the four walls surrounding them and actually deal with their shit. Hence why the pandemic came and everybody and their mama was so bored out of their minds trying to find things to do, because nobody wanted to deal with themselves. That's why everybody was quote unquote depressed, because once the universe says sit that ass down, it's time for a reset, a hard reset on your life. That became too hard for people to do. All of that is codependency issues and abandonment issues. Everybody goes through that. Everybody. And like I said, when I was dealing with aligning souls, I realized that. And so when I decided to do this channel, as I used to say in my old intros, I specifically did this new channel with the intention of merging both my story time and entertainment worlds along with the spiritual worlds, because it's not one or the other. You know what I'm saying? Spirituality is not a one size fits all, nor is a this or that. You know what I'm saying? And that's contrary to the belief of, you know, the black astrologers and the black gurus, quote unquote, that are on TikTok and love to throw up my ancestors, as if spirituality is exclusive to black people. It's not. It's not. Please stop bringing race and culture into spirituality. Only race that should be discussed is the human race when it comes to spirituality. Because above all things, love is love. God is love. Energy is love. And that is the root of everything. And I say all of that to say, I did this channel with the intention of merging both worlds. And so when I do these stories, yeah, we can kiki, yeah, we can giggle, yeah, we can da-da-da-da-da. But I'm serious when I say, hey, like, throw these bitches in jail. Go get them the help and whatnot that they need, because I'm clearly seeing people that should be a client of mine. And when y'all sit and y'all, I'm sorry, listen. Every child deserves a parent, but not every parent deserves a child. And I'm not just saying that because I have Sun Square, okay, my fourth house. I'm not just saying that. Sun Square Uranus in my fourth house. My first square in my fourth house. I'm not just saying it because of that. And me having mommy issues and me being separated and alienated from my family. I'm not just saying it because of that. No. But every parent does not deserve a child. So miss me with all of y'all that sit and be like, oh, the baby's going to change. Oh, the baby's going to bring the couple back together. Oh, this person just wants to be a mom. No, who gives a fuck? Being a parent has nothing to do with you at all. If anything, it has more about what you can give away than what it is that you gain. And that's what a lot of people don't understand, especially Americans, because it's always, I want a child. I want a cute little fat baby running around. You know, I want somebody I can chase after. I want a little best friend. I want somebody that's going to save this relationship. I want somebody that's going to make me a better person. It's not about you. It's not about you. It's not about you. And I know y'all don't want to hear it, but a lot of y'all out there, and I'm not necessarily talking to anybody that's following me right now. I'm speaking generally to the world. But a lot of y'all out there are unfit parents, or unfit to be a parent, unfit to ever be a parent. And a lot of people don't want to admit that. A lot of people don't want to admit that. And I'm not just talking financially, because that seems to be the only thing that people can think of. I'm still getting comments to this day about DDG and what's the girl named Hallie, and them hot in their pregnancy. And everybody's like, oh, at least they got money. It's not about that. Like I said, this whole entire pandemic, everybody was forced to sit the fuck down. And when people had to come home, well, not even come home, because bitch, where did you go? When people had to wake up and it was just them in their room with their four walls, a lot of y'all was going crazy and could not take it. I'm sure that the suicide rates, yeah, and I said the word, because I know a lot of y'all nowadays in 2023, we can't say the word suicide because what? It's too harsh to hit. Like, because we want to glorify killing ourselves now. Like, and we can't say that either. 2023, we using code words like delete yourself. Ooh, they deleted their self. Ooh, they fell off the earth. Like, girl, fuck all of that. We doing sympathy buzzwords for what? No, bitch, you need to hear how dumb that shit sounds. Suicide, kill yourself. See how dumb that sounds. It should emotionally trigger you to not do it. The fuck? Child. But miss me with all of that. As many people were scared to sit down and actually deal with themselves in 2023, and then want to turn around and be like, "Ooh, let's have a baby. Ooh, let's fuck. I'm bored. Instead of dealing with our trauma, let's sit down and fuck and have a kid before we even dealt with our trauma." And all of that relates back to Chrisean and BlueFace, because two people who are clearly unfit to be parents, let alone be in society. Girl, if y'all don't go lock them terrorists up, the fuck? Chrisean and BlueFace are domestic terrorists. And y'all are sitting here fighting for them to be parents. Y'all are fighting for, still to this day, it's bitches out there making videos. And I hate to say it because a lot of them I follow. And I be wanting to strangle the fuck out of them every time they open their mouth. To this day, y'all are still saying, it's BlueFace, it's BlueFace, it's BlueFace. She's in a relationship with a narcissist. He's so abusive. She keeps going back. Can y'all stop with all of this shit? Because if Chrisean was ugly, y'all would not be doing all of this. If Chrisean was dark skinned and ugly, y'all would not be doing all of this. And I'm not even the one to bring up skin tone. I'm not. Y'all know I'm not. I am not one of the colorist crusaders. Y'all know that's not my zhuzh. That's not my bag. Y'all know I'm not that girl. Okay, especially when in 2023, a couple of weeks ago, we had Erica calling Spice a monkey, and that was a huge issue. But then we had Billboard release who has still gotten the top singles of the year or something like that. And 2 out of the 3 people was biracial, and you got everybody in the comments gagging at the fact that they mixed with black and something else. Chad, we bringing up so many video topics in this one video. All of y'all bitches need help. All of y'all bitches need therapy. All of y'all bitches need to go book a reading. TheAlonasouls.com. Get you while you can, while it's 50% off. But I mean, I don't know what y'all want me to say about this whole BlueFace and Chrisean situation. Like, it's pathetic, but it's been pathetic. I've been saying it literally the entire year, the last 2 years. Was it not too much when they put the sex tape on the internet? Girl, we probably even saw how Chrisean Jr. was made. We probably saw. First of all, she beat the bitch up, had the girl in the sink. Then they was toxic on season 1. Then they drop in a sex tape. Then you got the weird ass relationship between BlueFace and his mother. Then BlueFace's mother and Chrisean wanting to fight. Okay. Then they did the show, and then it premiered, and then you got BlueFace and Chrisean daddy fighting, literally physically fist fighting, because he punched him in the face. And then BlueFace got his lick back. Then we hearing that Chrisean is pregnant. Then the next day, after she announces her pregnancy, she caught fucking up her hairstylist, literally fighting her. Then she had about 2 or 3 other fights in the same week of that. Throughout her entire pregnancy, she was smoking and drinking on camera, outside, filming videos, shooting shows, comes back for Baddies East. Okay? Mind you, somewhere in between this, she fought her sister. Then she comes back for Baddies East, and she throwing her weight around, throwing her belly around at people, gets multiple people jumped, including her sister. Okay? While all of this is airing, mind you, this is all within the last month. While all of this is airing, you got BlueFace with his baby mama, and he's showing off his son, talking about how he ain't never around. And he also talking about how he got strippers there, and the boy ain't gay. And then you got Dyfus that pulls up. CPS, they pull up, but they don't take anybody with them. Okay. You got Jaden sitting there throwing shots at Chrisean. Chrisean gives birth to the baby, is literally outside every single day since having a goddamn baby. You got allegations of Taseki being a molester coming out by Chrisean's nephew or her cousin or whoever it is related to her. You got her ex coming out. You got BlueFace now uploading pictures of the baby's genitals. You got Chrisean naming the baby after her just to spite him. But then 2 days later, she changes the baby's name, and she in a music video with him kissing and rubbing them all up on him. Pictures coming out about them being in the bed together, and they back together. She goes and purchases a $2 million home in her name. These pictures come out, and then she threatening to call the cops and press charges. What y'all want me to say other than throw them in jail? Throw them in jail. Listen, if this was anybody else and we hadn't already spent 2 years talking about them, maybe I would deep dive even more with the whole speech. I'm not even wasting my energy on that. I don't even want to tap into all of that. Because they should have been in jail. They should have been in jail a long time ago. And all of y'all bitches out there that keeps trying to make this a BlueFace thing, this is exactly why y'all ain't never going to be shit. This is exactly why y'all ain't never going to be shit. This is exactly why the whole Protect Black Women movement is shit now. Because y'all steady centering these niggas in y'all lives instead of going out there and getting your own protection. Bitch, go get a gun. That's how you protect Black women. Go get a gun. Go get some mace. That's how you protect Black women. Bitch, go hold your next bitch accountable. That's how you protect Black women. That's why I'm going to consistently shit on that movement. Because you're not going to yell out protect Black women and then sit here and protect Sean. Girl, what? Girl, what? Because the only reason why y'all sitting here going up for this bitch is because she's pretty and she's light-skinned. If this was anybody else, y'all would not be giving her this many passes. Y'all would not. Y'all would not. Y'all would not. And I hate to say it because y'all love to call out a fuck nigga and niggas ain't shit. Niggas ain't shit. Okay, well, neither are bitches. Hashtag violent vaginas. Because the shit that y'all out here doing, the shit that y'all, listen, whether you in support of Chrisean or you Chrisean yourself, baby, hashtag violent vagina. Because you're just as violent as these niggas are. Domestic terrorists. I'm sorry. I'm girl, what? But like the videos that I'm seeing, like just still blaming everything on BlueFace. All Chrisean gotta do is like literally stop talking to him. And half of this news we probably wouldn't hear because for one, she's not as entertaining without him. And that's another thing too, because y'all going so up for her. What has she done for this level of worth, for this level of love? Like y'all will drag the Kardashians for breathing, but please tell me one notable thing that Chrisean Malone Rock has done for all of this love and attention and support. What has she done? What has she done? So please, stop. Every time y'all bring up the Kardashians, I'm gonna bring up Chrisean. That's what we're gonna do. It's gonna be an even exchange now. Every time y'all try to relate a white person, I'm gonna bring up Chrisean. Because y'all quick to bring up Taylor Swift and Kim Kardashian and why they so famous? They so basic. Why is Chrisean famous? Why is BlueFace famous? Well, I mean, he did come out with a song, but why is Chrisean famous? These are people that need to go back to private residency, and y'all refuse to let them. I'm done talking about them. I'm done. I told y'all a long time ago. Throw everybody in jail. Throw Chrisean in jail. Throw Taseki in jail. Throw the cousin who came out saying that he molested her in jail. Throw the mama in jail. Throw BlueFace mama in jail. Throw the daddy in jail. Throw Lumel in jail. Throw the production in jail. Throw everybody in jail except for Punch. And the other one who's yet to be identified on Instagram. Throw everybody in jail. And the baby. And the baby. Okay? I'm sure there's what do they call it? A juvie junior. I'm sure they got jailed. Then they got the juvenile detention center. I'm sure that they got a juvie babysitter center. Where them babies be gone when the parents be, when the teen moms be running amok? Huh? Because that's another thing. And that's a whole other video concept we could get into. Because I used to say that shit when I was 16. Okay? 16 at war. Sitting here glorifying fucking teen mom. Talking about some 16 and pregnant. And now the bitch is 32 and grandma. 32 and grandma. Because of what y'all glorify. And now on TikTok, everybody and their mama posting up these videos of their mama, their grandmother, their great-grandmother, and their great-great-grandmother, and everybody under 60. And y'all sitting there like, y'all look so good. All I see is trauma. All I see is future clients. And that's why I get on this YouTube streets and be talking the talk that I be talking, but y'all don't be hearing me. Because keep getting pregnant, keep doing these things, it's giving future client. It's giving future client. And that's what I've been saying this entire time about Chrisean and why she was not fit to have a baby. But a lot of y'all ain't fit to have a baby and keep doing it anyway. So, of course, she was going to. She only following suit. She only following after the black community. That's what y'all do. Having babies you can't afford. Having babies with a man thinking it's going to keep him. Having a baby even though the man told you he don't want nothing to do with it. Having a baby because it's your body, your rights. But then you still want the baby to be involved for all 18 years. Having a baby because the man forgot to bring a condom, but yet where was you when you could have brought a condom? Like STDs and HIV don't exist. Like like this video.
Red light, green light, red light, oh. Red light, green light, red light, oh. I don't do yellow, cause it's so mellow. If I don't say hello, you know from the get-go. Red light, green light, red light, oh. Red light, green light, red light, oh. I don't do yellow, cause it's so mellow. If I don't say hello, you know from the get-go.
I mean, I don't know what else to say. I don't. So this is just where I'm about to end it. Because there's so many other things that I could say, but it's all separate video topics. But stop having babies. I beg y'all. If you ain't got the $300 that it takes to pay me for an alignment session, stop having babies. It's getting to the point where it's literally like hey Michelle, when it comes to surgeries. If you don't have the money for the what do you call it? For the reparative damage, okay, that's inevitably going to come with your surgery, then stop having these surgeries, okay? Because y'all got money for the surgeries, but not the money if something goes wrong. And that's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. I will never understand, but like I said, I just look and I see and I'm like, ooh, because everything stems in childhood. I'm telling y'all. And when people finally realize that, the world will be a much better place. The world will be a much better place. That's why I don't even too much get into all of these racial discussions and politic discussions. It's like y'all are yelling at the wall. I understand trying to make certain things better. I understand who's in the GOV and y'all want to get certain people out and this, that, and the third. But baby, y'all talking to people that's a cough away from death. If y'all don't go try to talk to the niggas that's sitting in high school and college with you right now, that's next up in line in about 10 years, y'all focus on the wrong motherfuckers. Focus on the wrong motherfuckers. Again, I'm solution oriented. I'm always coming from a place of, bitch, if we've tried that 20 times and it has not worked, why do we keep thinking that because we passionate that it's suddenly gonna work now? Free route. Think of something else, bitch. Y'all be yelling at motherfuckers that have shown y'all for years that they do not give a fuck about any of these rights or anything. And instead of just thinking like, oh shit, they about to die anyways in a couple of years. Like they're not going to be here. And who probably going to follow them after? It's probably somebody, you know, a little bit younger than them. Let's talk like, why am I sitting here trying to convince an 80-year-old, somebody with one foot in the grave, to do what it is that I want them to do? When I'm sitting right here in college or sitting here working right next to the 30-year-old that's about to take their place once they die. Bitch, I will spend my time convincing them. Okay, because we're probably closer in age. We're probably both millennials. They probably get it a little bit more because we're a little bit socialized more of the same than somebody who was born generations ahead of me. Like, that's just the way that I think. But like I said, this is why I'm ending it. Let me know y'all thoughts and comments down below about Chrisean and BlueFace. But I mean, it ain't really too much to say other than throw them all in jail. Throw them all in jail. All in jail. And start with BlueFace, Chrisean, and the baby. Because I don't even trust that the baby going to grow up right and be a good person. I don't. I never had faith from the beginning. I'm sorry. Listen, I know y'all like to be like, protect the children, protect the... some of these children grow up to be terrorists too. Look at BlueFace and Chrisean. I'm sorry. With parents like BlueFace and Chrisean, how do I know that this little baby ain't going to grow up to be an angel? How do I know? How do I know he ain't going to grow up to be a devil? I don't know. And I'd rather not take that chance. Throw them all away. Throw them all away until we see better. Listen. Let me know y'all thoughts and comments and all of that down in the comment box below. As if I give fuck. Definitely make sure you stream my music as if you give fuck. New single coming soon. Might be 2. And I love each and every one of y'all, allegedly. This time not in audio. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Wait, before that, definitely make sure that y'all go over. There's a video that I have posted. This is a video that I posted. Let me see if I can add an overlay real quick. There's a video that I posted. This video right here. This is a video that I have posted. I want y'all to go to this video and I want y'all to let me know all of y'all comments and y'all, not comments and thoughts. Let me know all of y'all questions down below this video right here. Okay, I posted this video right here and I want to do a YouTube Q&A. So I want y'all to go to this video and let me know all of y'all questions. Anything that you ask me, whatever. Just make sure that it ain't disrespectful. Ask me all of your questions and whatnot within that video. Okay, and yeah, I will answer it in a future video. And also, like I said, on screen, 50% off all personal readings until October 1st. Go take advantage of that. Normally, I charge $300 and prices will be going up, baby. Prices will be going up. Okay, but take advantage while the price is what it is right now. It's 50% off of that. Okay, so if you want to get a reading for $150, baby, go take advantage. Okay, go take advantage. And yeah, I love each and every one of y'all. Subscribe to the Patreon for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
I'm tryna fuck now, so baby, let's dance. Fuck up my baby right here on my legs, I'm tryna take you to my place and get a little rough, the